Grand Lucayan acquisition nearing completion. A community coming together to provide help. And they were cracking conch in the East this National Heroes Day holiday.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, all. I'm Megan Shepard. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping news, the Deputy Prime Minister clearing the air regarding recent media reports of additional challenges with the acquisition of the Grand Lucayan property. As we hear in this report, the DPM says the deal is just about complete. Italia Hall has that story.
And support.
In a recent interview, the chairman of the Lucayan Renewal Holdings, the government-owned organization that manages the Grand Lucayan Resort property, Michael Scott said that the government has finally agreed on the accounts with Hutchison Whampoa after a long, torturous process. Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable K. Peter Turnquist, admits there were many things throughout the process that the government was not happy with.
I think that we are all a bit weary, I guess, that some of the issues that have arisen, but we have brought it to successful conclusion, and so we look forward now to the next phase, which is to try and get this property in a position where we can actually sell it to a private buyer.
He said the final settlement was agreed upon last week.
We will take the final settlement to Parliament, to Cabinet, to ensure that everybody agrees and we agree on the final details, and we'll finalize the purchase.
The minister said when making the decision to purchase the hotel property, the government knew the importance of it to Grand Bahama and the tourism product.
We don't shy away from the fact that acquiring a hotel does come with a risk, but we believe that it is manageable risk. We believe in the people who work at that hotel and who will work with us and partner with us to try and position the hotel and to make a success of that property once it is transferred to a private owner. And so that is the focus for us now, to do whatever minor repairs and corrective measures that need to be taken to secure the property, to make sure that the guest experience for those who will visit the property during this interim phase is as comfortable and as pleasant as possible.
The Deputy Prime Minister said the intent is to work as quickly as possible to put the hotel into the hands of someone who can take it to the next level. Reporting for ZNS Network News, I'm Italia Hall.
It is still a topic of conversation. The recent tremors experienced this past weekend following an earthquake in Haiti. Residents of Inagua experiencing some effects from the quake. Tonight, a leader in the Haitian community on Grand Bahama says, once again, the people of Haiti are in need as a result of this recent devastation. Bolivar Gustave says that the people of Haiti are clearly hardworking and resilient, noting the tragic earthquake of 2010, which the citizens were still trying to move forward from. And now on October 8th, the city of Port-au-Paix was hit by a 5.9 magnitude earthquake. Gustave says that here in Grand Bahama, he is aware of some relief efforts that are currently underway.
Most of the church members, they are getting to get ambassadors. They are in talks right now, to see what they can possibly do. But like I said, we only could watch slowly but surely the destruction of these people, because nothing that happened to them ever been repaired, and before it get into a little reparation, boom, the next one again. One step forward, 10 or 15 steps backward.
Gustave says that he was able to speak with persons in Haiti since the devastating quake.
I spoke with some. They say the situation is very terrible. From yesterday, they haven't got no help yet. People are scared to sleep inside the house because aftershocks still, and they haven't got no help from the government yet as far as tents and medicine, not yet. So I was trying to be in touch with someone this morning, but I was unable to get through. So I don't know what happened from this morning until now.
He notes that it is unfortunate that it takes these type of tragedies to bring people together. but he's calling on those that can to assist the people of Haiti. Despite color, race, or nationality, he says that you are called to be your brother's keeper.
Just don't look at it happened in Haiti or they are Haitians. Let some people try to prove, let them die. No, you have a job. You have a job to do. Help as much that you can, because at the creation, God created man to its image, but it doesn't say whether its image was Haitian, Bahamian, Jamaican, or whoever.
According to reports, some 15 people died and over 200 were injured in the magnitude 5.9 earthquake. The community of Seagrape coming together to support one of their own. A campaign is underway to bring relief to an elderly resident who has been displaced for the past 2 years. Italia Hall has the details.
Seagrape resident Erlene Stubbs lost her 2-bedroom home back in 2016 during Hurricane Matthew. Just 1 month before that tragic storm, she lost her husband, who left her with a special needs son. Since then, Stubbs and her family of 10 have all been displaced. A committee has now been formed to help Stubbs get back on her feet. Committee co-chair David Wallace is calling for the public support as the committee attempts to rebuild her home. He's also requesting assistance with building supplies.
This was taken off by Polar Electric, and we are pleased to announce that that list is going to be at Polar Electric and LMC Lumber for persons who wish to go and purchase the material. The month of October is being dedicated to soliciting the funds, and so we're going to contact some of the businesses in Freeport, and we are asking the public at large to come and assist us in this worthwhile project.
He says building materials are needed before the end of November, and they hope to have the new home completed by Easter of next year. Member of Parliament for West End and Bimini, Pakeisha Parker Edgecombe, calling it true community spirit, adding that residents need one another to survive.
It indicates that as a government, we're not just here to set a blueprint, but to ensure that persons in the communities, they're the ones who are really bringing community about. Partnerships such as this will prove instrumental in allowing for our community to further develop. As David would have indicated, issues and initiatives such as this, we need not worry about any political colors, because at the end of the day, we're all here to assist each other as best as we can.
Stubbs is a member of the Mount Calvary Baptist Church. Pastor Paul Mulling says the church is pleased to be a part of the initiative.
She's a very hard-working member of our church. Indeed, whenever she's an excellent cook, for example, and whenever we try to feed other people, if we try to feed the 5,000 around here, she's one of them who comes to our aid and she assists. So this is easy for us, but we don't just do it for her because of what she contributed. Like Brother David say, we do this to whoever is in need.
Stubbs becoming emotional while expressing gratitude for the overwhelming show of support.
I'd like to say thanks to everybody who stood out and stand up in this time of my need. I'd like to say thanks everyone, and I need the prayers of everybody.
Utmost Construction has committed to help with some of the construction work. The committee is also looking for additional help from across the entire country and the Turks and Caicos Islands. To find out how you can help, you can contact telephone number 348-2091. Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
The National Heroes Day holiday was a time of excitement for residents of McLeanstown as they held the 46th annual Conker Cracking Festival. The one-day event drawing crowds from near and far, all coming together to partake in the unique cultural competition. Rumiko Knowles was there.
The community of McLeanstown is known for its beautiful beaches, friendly people, great food, and the area for the Cracking Festival. The Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini and Parliamentary Secretary in the Office of the Prime Minister, Pakeisha Parker Edgecombe, officially opening the event in the absence of the Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable K. Peter Turnquest, who is off island on official business.
Today, I am honored to also be here and to bring you greetings from all of us in the West Grand Bahama and Bimini constituency. We are indeed proud of all that you have done throughout the years to ensure that our culture remains alive here in Grand Bahama through your festival. You have set a foundation like none other on which many festivals throughout the country have originated and will continue to originate due to the blueprint that you have set here in McLeanstown.
Now, there would be no conch cracking without all things conch from the local vendors. Excitement on the faces of the visitors as they got to experience our Bahamian culture firsthand. Celebrating his 23rd anniversary from Maryland, Jonathan Strong, participating in the conch cracking contest. His task, pulling the conch out of its shell, using only his bare hand.
I knew I was being set up for some experience, and it was worth every minute of it. My experience so far has been wonderful. It's been sunny. I'm cooled off now with a brief shower, and got to try conch right out of the shell.
Youngsters attending the 46th Annual Conch Cracking Festival also got a chance to participate in the festivities. They too got the opportunity to crack the conch out of its shell. Member of the McLeanstown Committee, H. Rudy Sawyer, says that conch cracking is the longest native festival on Grand Bahama. He adds that it's not only a cultural festival, but the creation of a Bahamian sport.
Well, the big one is really determining who's the fastest conch cracker in the land. And that is an open competition to men and women. One time ago it was just men, and then a competition separately for women. We decided to combine it last year as an open competition. I understand in the past history that the person who has the fastest time on record is actually a woman.
And of course, it would not be a Bahamian festival without live music from the Grand Bahama Police Pop Band. Reporting for ZNS Network News, I'm Ramiko Knowles.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Stay with us. There's more news right after this break.